NerdCon 2016. What we're going to be doing tonight is announcing one of our sponsors. So without further delay, we're going to let everyone sit down so that there won't be any more sound interference. Perfect. And then we're going to introduce our wonderful sponsor, Jason Borlett of First Person Clothing. Come on in, Jason. Let's see how it's going. I don't want to put my arm around you because then that's going to make both of us feel weird. So how you doing today?
I'm doing good, doing good. Glad to be here to announce this partnership, sponsorship type deal.
Certainly a momentous occasion. So tell us a little bit about your company and how it got started.
Well, about a little over a year and a half ago, a buddy of mine and I were talking, and there is some good nerd shirts out there, different things, and there's a lot of stuff we didn't really like, and we were looking to try to get more stuff we did like. And we said, what if we collaborated a lot of that stuff? At the same time, created a brand of our own, which can kind of be the mark of one of the marks of Nerd Universe. Kind of like, here it is right here. Kind of like, when you think of sports, you throw Nike out there and it just fits with sports and jocks, and you wear Nike because that's what you do. We wanted to have some shirt that really just fit in with gamers and with nerds, and something that we can all identify with, and so that's where we came up with First Person Clothing.
First Person Clothing being inspired by first-person shooter video games.
Um, there's that to a point, and it's really just being all around, being first. Being first is best, right? But yeah, originally it came from first-person shooters, so that's where the original idea was. But really, it has a lot of different meanings to different members of our company. For me, it's about putting nerd stuff first, because in the last few years, we've really broken out of our shell and no longer need to just play in our basement. We are now able to walk around in public places and be loved by people, because it's cool to be a nerd now. So it's like we're taking the underground nerds and we're first person.
Absolutely. And you're the first person in my heart as well. I also love that we're doing the reverse interviewer thing. I like letting you hold the microphone because it takes a lot of stress off me.
So tell me, what do you like about Mike? No, I'm just kidding.
The beautiful eyes are what really captivates me. How did you get introduced to NerdCon?
Well, it's funny. A friend of a friend of a friend. I was telling them about our business. We had just launched the website last May, at the beginning of May, and about a month in, she shows up with this little card that said NerdCon. She goes, I saw this, thought you might like it. Looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's some little con. I don't know what this is. Never heard of it. And I'm like, well, let's check it out, because we're going to start doing conventions, and maybe it's a good place to get started. We checked it out, and we thought, this is actually kind of cool. It's a little more community oriented. It's really focusing on a lot of the fun parts of being a nerd, not just. Some conventions have kind of gotten a little off of the focus, and it seemed like these guys were really focused. So started pushing through that. Met Joel. Did the show. It was my first time. Our first convention ever was actually last year's inaugural NerdCon. So we kind of were born together. If you can say that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little dramatic, but being born together.
We're twins, all right. We're twins. Maybe not identical twins, but
super cute. We're fraternal.
Right.
Now, what's the best way? Because we're about to show everybody some of the merchandise that First Person Clothing offers. What for you is the best way for people to, one, browse, and two, buy what you have to offer?
Sure. Well, obviously going to firstpersonclothing.com is the best place to see everything. But, you definitely want to check us out on Facebook, check us out on Instagram, check us out on Twitter, because we'll post up sales, new items, kind of show the conventions we're going to be at or what we're doing. That's another really good way to keep track. And it seems like today most people prefer to follow us on social media. They'll go to the website when they're ready to buy something, but for the most part, they keep tabs on us through social media. So,
yeah, and that's a great way to keep track of NerdCon as well. Even just going to the website recently, you see a little pop-up, and it's not an advertisement. It's immediately you're getting an offer code, correct?
That's correct.
So, First Person Clothing, out to save you a little money even when you're in there to shop. So keep that in mind as we go through the merchandise, that there's always something to pay attention to and to stay tuned to them for to them for. That's not.
No, that's
the
totally
correct
it. You hit it. You nailed it. Go for it.
basically, we're mutilating grammar, but we're trying to save you some money on some of this awesome merchandise that you're about to see.
We're slaughtering prices and grammar.
Slaughterationating.
Correct.
That's what we like to say. So we're going to turn to the merch table right now, and we're going to have Jason explain or just walk you through some of the cool stuff that he's got for you.
Yeah, let's merch on over here.
We're on the long march to the merch. Here we go, starting with our first item.
So our first item here is one of our robes. One of our number of robes is a Star Wars Rebel robe. It's got the Rebel symbol, kind of modeled after the X-wing kind of costume colors, and it's got the little thing there, so you can make believe you got your little oxygen thing going, right? Moving over here, we have just a couple of our own custom shirts. Obviously, I'm wearing one as well. We have it in red. We have this one. We have a couple other different colors. We also are going to be announcing next week some of our new ladies shirts. We do have a couple tank tops. We're going to have some new shirts coming out in that as well. Here we have the Doctor Who purse. For whoever's interested in that, you can see it's modeled after the telephone box, and it's got a little thing here with it says I love the Doctor. 2 hearts. Get it? Because the Doctor's got 2 hearts. I'm not going to make the joke that it's bigger on the inside because that would just be cheesy, and I'm way above that. One of my personal favorite items is this bag right here, which this actually is my bag, but we sell this as well. This is, as you can see, you have Batman here. All the little tags have the Batman symbol on it. You got a couple pouches here, a couple pouches here. You have a little zipper area here with some really nice soft material for your laptop, because this is a tech bag. As you can see, and hopefully you can see this on the camera, the stitch work there, you have the bat symbol stitched in. We have a number of these different bags, everything from Star Wars to Star Trek. We have this one, we have a Stormtrooper one, and they all have unique stitch work on the back like that. They're really well made, really nice, and I've had that for a couple years. It's gone to all the cons with me, and it's lasted really well. Moving right along, we have a couple of our girl shirts here that we sell. This one is our Genius. It's the C-3PO. Let me see if I can hold this up. It's a tank top. These have been very popular. A lot of girls have really liked these, especially here in the California area, of course. It's usually warm. And then we also have our BB-8, which is honestly one of my favorite parts of the new Star Wars movie. I think a lot of people have really grabbed onto him. Next up is we have some of our little higher end items. We got from Loungefly, we have the BB-8 purse, and of course we have the R2D2 one as well. These run a little bit higher, but they are made of very high quality items. We also have matching wallets and different bags that can go with them as well. So you can check that all out on the website. Over here we have a number of wallets. One of our more popular wallets here is our envelope wallet. We can use it just as a wallet or pull the little chain out. And you can use it as a little clutch purse, for the ladies and or whoever. We don't judge. We have that in a number of different things. Hey, we have Harry Potter here. We have Harley Quinn ones. A number of different ones that we have of that. We also have, these are one of our newer, smaller ladies' wallets where you can see it kind of opens up. You got a little zipper in the back, a spot for keys. And you got Wonder Woman. We have the Batman, Harley Quinn kind of mix and match there. That's one of the new symbols that they're starting to throw on a lot of things. Then, of course, we have quite a few of these nice colored ones. Let me grab the other one here. You got, the Boba Fett and the Rebel orange, which are just, your simple wallets, but kind of cool way to display your nerd love in an environment where maybe you can't wear a T-shirt or something like that. At work, I have to wear a tie like most people, unfortunately. But then finally, we have our Shield wallet. You have the Agents of Shield symbol there. Inside, you have it stitch in here, Shield. And for fun, they put in Agent Coulson's ID there. where you can put your own ID on top of that, or you can use it for cosplay or whatever you like to do. All right. So that's just a couple of the items that we brought down today. Just wanted to show off. Of course, we have a number of other items online as well.
So let's actually stay over here. Let's stay with some of the merchandise. I have a number of questions. I want to talk about the robe right here, this beautiful Star Wars robe. Now, let's say I want to get this. I'm worried about I'm constantly worried about accentuating my musculature. It's particularly around the back, and I want to look sexy. I want to look good. I want to have it look. If I'm wearing this sort of rebel leader bathrobe, do you think that someone will be able to look at me and say, "It's my traps"?
You know, there's a thing about being part of the rebels. No one thinks you're tough or manly. Everyone, only the Empire is tough. Right. And so I'm not a rebel fan.
All right. It's my traps. That was the joke I was going for, and it was a long, long road. So, now how many different T-shirt design, like how many different pieces of merchandise do you offer at your online store?
Well, between our wallets, our backpacks, our purses, our shirts, we have well over 100 items, and we just recently made a deal, which is going to add hundreds more. Over the next few weeks, you'll see a lot of new items added in. Everything from the Green Arrow or the TV show Arrow, Flash, a lot of that's the stuff that's coming out right now, the Batman versus Superman movies. Oh, we got a deal that's going to get us all of that into stuff that's coming out right now. So you'll see a lot of stuff added to the website. But even right now, like I said, we have over 100 different unique items that we sell.
Coming up to NerdCon, it's still a few months out. Where else are we going to be able to see your physical presence? Are you going to be at any cons in the near future?
Yeah, actually, next weekend, I think it's March 12th and 13th, we'll be in Chicago at Heroes and Villains. A couple weeks after that, we'll be at WonderCon in LA. So for all the local people, come check us out at WonderCon. If you get a chance, come by the booth. If you let me know that you've seen this video and that's why you came by to see us, I will give you a special deal.
All right. So your company is all over the continental United States, but you're based here in California, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, we're California based, but we are slowly branching out as we work out the details of travel, because that's always the interesting part. But we do ship all around the world. We've shipped to Europe, we shipped to Saudi Arabia once, which was kind of unique. But
the postage to Saudi Arabia, you don't want to deal with it. So this is our sponsor, Jason Borlett of First Person Clothing. We hope you guys are going to keep an eye on First Person Clothing's online stores and social media, as well as keeping an eye on NerdCon 2016. Jason, it was an absolute pleasure having you come in and show us all your merchandise.
Great. I'm just glad to be here, and I'm glad to be part of the NerdCon. Sponsoring it is literally my favorite convention of the year. And I like all of them, and I'm here saying that. I've said that a tons of times on different podcasts and different other things I've done. NerdCon is just really brings this community vibe in a way that's unique and yet very something very. It's not foreign. It's something like you're comfortable there. You're like, this is what I've been looking for, kind of feel. So
you heard it here first. Even though it's our second year, we're always going to be number one. NerdCon 2016. This was Jason Borlett from First Person Clothing, and we will see you again soon.